Hi there, Doug Farley, Mountain Hardware and Sports. Today we're going to be talking about traveling on the roads up here in the wintertime. You know, what you can have in your vehicle to be prepared for winter driving. A winter driving survival kit, if you will. Alrighty, so we're here back at the car, and we'd like to tell you right now that there's some certain things that you're going to want to keep in your car year round. So you're going to want to have some tools and screwdrivers and pliers and wrenches just in case there's any maintenance that needs to happen on the vehicle. That's a year-round product. Also, a year-round product would be good is maybe a first aid kit. First aid kit, you never know what's going to happen. You could be hiking in the summertime, doing backcountry in the wintertime. First aid kit's always good to have. So that's going to be something you're going to want in the vehicle. Also, something you may want in the vehicle year-round is maybe a flare kit. It's a safety kit. It has a flashlight. It's got safety vests and flares so that you can be seen. Those are something you're going to want year-round. Also year-round, you may want a tow strap, especially in the wintertime, whether you're in the winter in the snow or you're in the summer in the mud. Tow kit's good, tow strap's good to help have a friend bail you out. That's a good product. Also a good product to have year-round is a flashlight, whether you're changing the tire or you're digging yourself out of the snowbank. Flashlight's good to have. This one's nice because it has two different angles. It can be straight or it can be 90 degree, but it gives you a little versatility. That's a good thing to have year-round. The other good thing to have year-round is some jumper cables. You never know when your battery's going to go dead, and especially in the wintertime, the cold weather seems to zap batteries. So if you ever need a jump, booster cables or even a battery jumper box would be a good product to have year-round in your car. Now we're going to start to focus on some more of the winterized options that you would have in the vehicle. So we always suggest in the wintertime, definitely good to have is maybe an emergency blanket. Definitely good for trauma purposes. They reflect the heat back to your body and kind of push off the cold. I always tend to keep a fuzzy blanket in the vehicle. That's so that we can't so that we don't have to keep running the vehicle. And on that note, running the vehicle, you want to make sure before you leave to top off your tank. Make sure that it's full because you never know how long those traffic backups are going to be. You could end up being on the road for 5 or 6 hours. It depends on, you know, the road crews are pretty good up here, but sometimes they get backlogged and you can get stuck. So you definitely want to have something warm to keep bundled up. Those are things that I keep in the vehicle. The other things that I keep in the vehicle is a set of tire chains. Make sure that they fit your tire. They're for the car that you're driving. A lot of people will switch their chains from vehicle to vehicle and the tire sizes aren't the same. So make sure that the chains that you have fit your vehicle. Also, what you can do is in a warm garage prior to the snow and the traveling, make sure that you know how to put them on. And if you don't, check back on our site. We have tutorials on how to put them in or come in and see us. We can get you set up with your tire chains. So always want to have those in the vehicle. Also in the vehicle and with putting on tire chains, you don't want to get wet. So a tarp would be very good to put down on the ground so that you're able to put on the chains without getting wet. Kind of keep you a little bit warmer. With putting on the chains, you want to make sure that you have a warm set of gloves, something waterproof, something that'll keep your hands protected from the cold and the wet. So a warm set of gloves. And I just keep these in this little pack here, and it's good to keep everything together. If you needed to, you could put oil and transmission fluid, extra fluids in there, and you always have them on hand. Another good product to keep on hand is hand warmers. They have body warmers, they have foot warmers, toe warmers. The big thing on these is just to make sure that you know what the expiration date is. You may make this kit and not need it for another year or two, and the expiration on these may not be that much, and they're not as effective if they expire. So just double check the expiration date. It's on the back of the package. With that, when driving around, blue washer fluid, our stuff here is negative 15 degrees. It does very well up here. It doesn't freeze up, but the dirt off the road makes it hard to see. So you want to make sure you have extra of this. So you can see and be seen. Ice melter here. We have the ice melter here. I like the shaker jug because it's easy to carry around and it stores nice in the car. You would put this down for two purposes. A, to melt the ice and help you get better traction. It's granular, so if you were to lay it under your tire, it would help you grip the road better. It also melts the snow underneath your tire, so ice melts good. If you ever happen to get stuck, we have products like this. It's a foldable shovel that can extend if you ever have to dig yourself out. That's also a good product to carry, and it's nice because it's compact and fits in the back of your vehicle. So that's a good product. And then always good is a good ice scraper slash brush. For when you're out and about and you're inside a restaurant or something and snow builds up, you can get that off your car. You wouldn't want to leave too much on the top of your car because as you're driving, that could fall off and impact another driver. So you want to make sure that you're being safe there. There's a couple different styles. They have a smaller style here and then a longer style that's extendable and has a couple extra features. Turns there, you can bring the snow off the vehicle. And then lastly, what we always like to recommend is make sure you have food and water. You never know how long those backups are going to be or how long you're going to be stuck, and you don't want to dehydrate yourself and you don't want to starve to death. We recommend products that have a long shelf life. Again, keep checking this kit. You don't want to build it this year and not use it for a couple years and have this stuff go bad. So definitely check your kit. Also, on a side note, if you're using jerky or any of these protein type bars for food, make sure that you're bringing them in at night. You don't want to leave those in your car. A bear will smell those and they will break into your car for the food. They are very hungry, and we've seen it time and time again. If you have any questions on any of the products that we've talked about here and you want to know more, come on down to Mountain Hardware. We'll help you out.